family room. This is where Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln and their sons would enjoy some family moments together. Now the Lincoln sons, they were permitted to play in this sitting room, but they were not permitted to play over in the front parlor. And one reason for this would be very difficult in the mid-19th century to keep your surroundings neat and tidy. So Mrs. Lincoln had to be very particular with that front doorway and make those little boys play elsewhere. Another example of this would be at the carpet out, clean them, bring them back, lay them down, and stitch them back together. So you see how difficult it was in the mid-19th century to keep your carpeting neat and tidy. Now you can see why Mrs. Lincoln had to be very particular with that front parlor. If the Lincoln sons chose to entertain themselves in this manner, they could lift the lid, use those little holes, turn the handles, and view images in a three-dimensional form. Images of scenery, places they'd like to go, or dream about going someday when they grow up. The small brown objects that you see placed on each side of the fireplace are spittoons or cuspidors. If Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln were to have a guest that used tobacco, they would use those objects. Of course, it would have had to have been a guest since Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln did not use tobacco or alcohol. And the small table you see placed beneath the mirror at the west end of the room is a sewing table. Oh, this way. He didn't look like the picture you see on the $5 bill. Well, Mr. Lincoln, he didn't start growing that beard about mid-November of 1860. About the last 8 weeks he remained here in this community.
Yes, Syracuse.
Yeah, I had a buddy when I was in service from Rochester. I used to go. State of Illinois has a conservation. Yes, it's still
I bet you if you looked in it, they didn't even